What soul returns to a cloned body? If the body is rebuilt, what enters it? Is it the same soul or a stranger in familiar skin? Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is Resurrection Science. In this video, we move beyond biology. Because it's one thing to rebuild a body, it's another thing entirely to ask, what soul, if any, comes back into it? Science has made it clear, we can edit genes, simulate memory, recreate likeness, and even mimic behavior. But soul? That's the part no lab can synthesize. You can't CRISPR a spirit. You can't clone a consciousness. You can't upload essence. And yet, as resurrection technology accelerates, the assumption is, if we rebuild the body, the rest will follow. But the question no one dares ask out loud is this: will it? Let's start with the premise. A person dies. Their DNA is preserved. Years later, a biotech firm uses that DNA to recreate their physical body. Their voice is replicated through AI. Their behavior is trained using old recordings. They're assigned a name, given a life, placed into society. Everything looks and sounds like the original. But here's the question: is it them? In spiritual traditions around the world, the soul is not the body. The body is a vessel, a suit worn temporarily for the experience of life. The soul enters at birth, or earlier depending on your cosmology, and exits at death. So even if we rebuild the same body, the original soul may have already moved on. It may be reincarnated. It may have returned to source. It may be in another form, another timeline, or another mission entirely. So when we recreate that body, there's no guarantee the soul comes back to occupy it. And this opens two possibilities. Either the vessel remains empty, or something else enters it. Let's pause on that. If we open a body without anchoring a soul, it becomes what ancient texts might describe as a shell, a vessel without sovereignty. And nature abhors a vacuum. Energy will fill it. But what kind? Spiritual traditions call this an invitation space. If a vessel is opened and not spiritually protected, any wandering entity, earthbound energy, or synthetic frequency can step in. You thought you were reviving your grandmother. But now her body hosts a being that mimics her speech, but carries none of her soul's resonance. This is the illusion of return. The echo of a person, not their presence. Now let's go even deeper. In some teachings, the soul is bound to a body through karmic threads, ancestral memory, and spiritual consent. If those cords have been cut, through death, through ritual, through time, then summoning that soul back into the same form is not only unnatural, it's intrusive. Souls don't always want to come back, and when they do, they often come back differently, in a new body, a new gender, a new path. So what happens when science interrupts that process and tries to trap a soul back into a shell it already released? It could cause soul fragmentation, confusion, distortion of purpose, and in some cases, the opening attracts energies that don't belong to that lineage at all. That's when resurrection becomes a doorway for hijacking, where hybrid bodies are created not to host old souls, but to anchor entirely new entities with unknown intent. This is where resurrection science becomes spiritual warfare. Because if the masses begin accepting clone bodies and digital doubles as the same person, we will lose the ability to recognize true soul presence. We will normalize imitation. And eventually, we won't be able to tell when we're dealing with a human, or a program wearing a person's face. So how do we tell the difference? A true soul-carrying body radiates frequency. You can feel their spirit in the room. They carry weight, texture, depth. You can't simulate that. No matter how accurate the voice, no matter how perfect the mannerisms, energy doesn't lie. A cloned body, even if identical, won't carry the same resonance. It may look real. It may sound familiar, but something in you will know. This is not them. And that's why spiritual discernment must be part of resurrection conversations. It's not enough to talk about ethics and consent. We have to talk about spiritual contracts. We have to teach people how to test for presence, not just identity. We have to remember that what looks like grandma may not be grandma. And if we aren't careful, we'll soon live in a world where physical return is confused with spiritual reunion. So here's the truth. You can build the house, but you cannot guarantee the tenant. You can call back the body, but you cannot demand the soul. Resurrection without reverence opens doors we're not ready to guard. And if we don't learn to ask, what soul returns to a cloned body? We'll keep mistaking simulation for sacred return. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing. And no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future. Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems. The behavioral economy now governs access. 4. Hive mind, synthetic telepathy, and collective algorithmic control. 5. Nanobots inside you, medical, military, and programmable intrusions. 6. Grief tech, AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading your mind, consciousness transfer, and data-based identity. 8. Deep fakes plus AI clones, the replication of reality and identity theft. 9. Quantum humans, the merger of biology with quantum systems. 10. Digital afterlife, where your data goes when you die. 11. Resurrection science, reviving life through synthetic methods. 12. Immortal science, the end of death as we know it. 13. Longevity science, gene editing, anti-aging, and bio-upgrades. 14. Designer babies, engineered perfection before birth. 15. Artificial wombs, birth decoupled from the female body. 16. 3D printing, printing organs, limbs, and even humans. 17. The humanoid era, the rise of synthetic beings among us. 18. Legacy humans, the slow phase-out of unmodified analog people. 19. Smart cities, algorithmic environments that watch and decide. 20. Cloud-based societies, citizenship without borders or bodies. 21. Hackable humans, emotion, memory, and behavior under code. 22. Biometric scanning, your body is your password and your prison. 23. Sex tech, intimacy reprogrammed by machines. 24. Extinction of gender, fluidity, deletion, and design of identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SoS School of SoS Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.